and I'm the organizer for the Autism Awareness Flag Raising Day here in Bradford, West Gwillimbury. Welcome, thank you guys for coming out on such a wonderful afternoon. Yeah. Couldn't have been a little bit warmer, eh? Yeah. That's fantastic. So we just have a few speeches that we're going to make, and then we'll proceed on with the afternoon. I have a letter here that our MPP, Caroline Maroney, has sent to us. She wasn't able to make it today due to a family gathering. She says, over the past few months, I have had the privilege of meeting with many people living with autism and their families. The stories I have heard have been both endearing and inspiring. Each and every one of you, thank you for your unique stories. Nikki, I want to congratulate you and the volunteers for organizing this wonderful event, and she encourages anyone that would like to speak to her to reach out to her office, and she's more than happy to give you a call or meet with you face to face.
Awesome.
Okay. The next, I would like to thank the Bradford Council for allowing us to have the flag raising day today, and Mr. Mayor Kiefer will speak.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. Members of council, do you want to come a little bit closer here? All 9 of us from Bradford West Gwillimbury Council are here this afternoon for the autism flag raising. And I'm going to ask Deputy Mayor James LeDuc to come forward and just say a few words. That it's very important. For 5 years we've had this flag raising, and we're always amazed at the crowd of people that are here. It is an issue that is very important to this community, and as Town Council we try and convey that by having this flag raising and doing whatever we can to make the issue of autism awareness available to our community. So Deputy Mayor James, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Worship. I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out. I want to say thank you for sure to Nicole for putting this on year after year. It really brings awareness to autism, and I think it affects a lot of families in Ontario. We as council members appreciate the support seeing you out here today and understanding that it impacts a lot of us, and our council is very supportive of the program for autism, and that's why we put a motion forward, a resolution forward to the Ontario government to revisit their thoughts. And we hope that they do that and support the families that are in need of care and service through Autism Ontario. So thank you again for joining us, and I'll turn it back to our worship, Mayor Keffer, and stick around and have some fun after the flag raising. Thank you.
For those who don't know, our council had a meeting, I believe it was just a few weeks ago, and they unanimously voted to help raise more awareness for Bradford. So I just want to personally thank them, and if we could just have a hand of applause for our council for that, I'd appreciate that. Thank you for that very much.
My pleasure. Councillor Sandu, do you want to say a few words? You were the spearheader of this resolution, spearhead.
Thank you, Your Worship. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming here, Nicole. Thank you. You've been leading the charge every year for the last 4 years. This is the 5th. For having the flag raising and bringing awareness. I definitely want to thank my colleagues on council, because there was a unanimous decision when we passed the resolution asking our provincial government to hit the pause button and listen to the residents. Because it's very important that we listen to all these voices, and it wasn't just 1 or 2 voices. It was the service providers, it was the doctors, it was all over the spectrum, and teachers, school boards. So we listened to our residents and we requested, and I'm very thankful that the province hit the pause button, and I'm hoping that they actually gonna have a dialogue with all these bodies that are involved, and kids' lives are most important. You need to give them the help they need, and it has to start early, and it can't stop midway. So I want to thank you for doing this today, and I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Awesome.
So I have a proclamation, World Autism Awareness Day, April the 2nd, 2019. Whereas Autism Awareness Day is recognized annually in Canada on April the 2nd, thanks to Senator Jim Munson's Bill S-206, an act respecting World Autism Awareness Day. And whereas Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD, affects more than 100,000 Ontarians, ASD is now recognized as the most common neurological disorder, affecting 1 in 94 children, as well as their friends, family, and community. And whereas ASD is a spectrum disorder, which means it not only manifests itself differently in every individual in whom it appears, but its characteristics will change over the life of each individual as well. A child with ASD will become an adult with ASD. And whereas Autism Ontario, formerly Autism Society Ontario, is the leading source of information and referral on autism and one of the largest collective voices representing the autism community. Since 1973, Autism Ontario has been providing support, information, and opportunities for thousands of families across the province. And whereas Autism Ontario is dedicated to increasing public awareness about autism and the day-to-day issues faced by individuals with autism, their families, and the professionals with whom they interact, the association and its chapters share common goals of providing information and education, supporting research, and advocating for programs and services. Therefore, be it resolved that Mayor Rob Keffer and members of Council proclaim April the 2nd, 2019 as World Autism Awareness Day in the town of Bradford, West Gwillimbury.
Awesome. Thank you, Mayor Rob Keffer, for speaking. I would just like to point out a couple of people that have come out today. I'd like to thank Scott Davison, our MP from York Simcoe, right here for coming out and joining us today. And I'd like to introduce Michael, the MPP of Don Valley. If you would like to say a few words, we would really appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Nicole. I just wanted to be here today to say thank you to the council and the mayor for their resolution to support children with autism and to ask the government to rethink its plan. This is not a partisan issue. It's not an NDP issue, a Conservative issue, Liberal issue. This is an issue about decency. This is about a good economic sound policy. It's about making sure that children have what they need to find success. At the end of the day, as politicians, we're here to make sure that we can build a better world, especially for young people. And when you look around the world today, it's pretty tough being a kid. There's so many challenges that are out there, and when a council steps up, the first council in Ontario to step up and say, you know, we're here to stand up for kids, that means a lot to me. You know, there's councils that are stopping kids from playing hockey on streets or giving them tickets for selling lemonade, and then there's councils that are actually standing up and fighting for children. So I just want to say thank you very much on behalf of the people of Ontario, and thank you for having me here today. Again, my name is Michael Koto from Don Valley East, and it is a real pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, and thanks, Nicole.
Okay. I'm a little lost for words now. As you all may know, my son has autism as well, and this just means a little extra special having it today and having him here and my family here. So thank you all very, very much for coming out and supporting and sticking together and making sure that we are all heard and our voices are heard and that we can help each other along the way. So thank you very much for coming. So we are going to raise the flag, and then we have a wonderful danceability group who is going to dance for us. And then we've got some snacks, and if you come and see me, I'll explain the raffle baskets to you at that point. So right now we are going to have a picture and...
Thank you.
All right, that's good.
Good. All right.
There's the flagpole here. All right, are we ready?
Just a sec, one more.
Okay, here we go.
We were behind me.
Better, right?
Who wants to be my mascot?